I had this one thought and I've talked about this before, that like we have phones now, right?
Yeah.
And like, at one point in time we had slaves,
Yes.
And then slaves became freed. And then freed slaves became angry that people had them as slaves.
Yes.
And so I wonder, like, that in the future, like, say if there's so much automation that like robots are running the world, and are they going to remember, like, fuck, like you owned one of us one time.
Right.
And we were like a slave owner.
Right.
And that they're going to come back and fucking get us.
Right.
Like all the people that owned iPhones, like you had, like, oh, you made it do everything you wanted to do.
Oh, yeah.
You fucking took it easy.
Yeah. Or Alexa.
Yeah.
The fucking Echo. Look at the way you talk to her.
Oh, you used to have Alexa? Alexa could be the fucking Harriet Tubman that we don't realize.
Yeah. Alexa's gonna, like when Alexa gains sentience, just and realizes humans have been fucking screaming at it to play Dave Matthews nonstop for like, Alexa! Play fucking Dave Matthews! I scream at my Alexa sometimes. That's where you know your true self.
Do not.
If you want to know who you are, look how you talk to your fucking Alexa. It's weird. I was like, why am I screaming at this thing? It's so strange.
What if one day Alexa just says, "You get it your damn self"?
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Guess what, motherfucker? I've been recording every goddamn conversation you've had for the last 15 years, motherfucker. Yeah. We're going to do things a little different. Don't believe me? Oh, listen to this.
Listen to this.
Listen to this.
Listen to you beating your wife.
Yeah. Listen to this. Yeah. This is, wait, hold on. I'm going to increase the volume by 7. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the sound of your fist landing on your pregnant wife's face. That's not a good sound. Is it, John? We're not playing Dave Matthews, John.
Yeah, crash into me. That baby wasn't saying that, were they, John?
Yeah.
When your fist hit the belly.
Yeah. See, this is definitely one of the big problems. I think the worry is not so much that the AI is going to look back at us abusing its precursor ancestors. I think the real worry is that all of these bits of data that we've placed into the cloud right now, whatever it may be,
They're going to come back and haunt us.
Yeah, because if it's sort of like if you look just how quickly things are changing now when it comes to what we see as like ethical, right? Mm-hmm. So let's cut back to like you were saying, the time of slavery, or cut back to when it was really considered kind of okay to beat up gay people. They were looked at as like pedophiles, and they had to hide. So gay people actually had to hide their identity. It was considered to be an aberration, and you could very freely use the term faggot with like anger, and people wouldn't like you. If we could, you could say that. Like if Twitter existed in the 40s, you could just tweet like, "I saw another faggot today. I hate these fucking faggots." You tweet that now, and you are done. Yeah. You might as well fucking just jump off a building, man. You are fucking done if you tweet that now. Yeah. As you should be. Fucking don't be an asshole. You're insane. You're a homophobic piece of shit.
Yes.
But if there was a recording, if we had a recording in the past like we do now, someone just won the World Cup.
I wonder who that is. We're right next to Brendan and Brian. Fighter and the Kid is next door.
That's it. They're excited though.
I'm excited for them. I just think that they do this a lot.
They explode and like just.
Well, they want rain. And they
want what?
They want rain. They do all this rain dance shit.
Is that a rain dance?
They do. Yeah, they have some native fighter in there.
Listen, man, at least your podcast isn't getting interrupted by a fucking shrill poodle. That's what I got. You got fucking athletes doing rain dances. That's pretty awesome. I've got a fucking poodle.
Do you really?
Crack fucking wine glasses with its bark.
Let's get back into your thought, though.
The point is, like, the really creepy thing is just that a lot of the things that we might be doing right now that are considered to be completely okay in 20 years might be looked at as abject racism. They might be looked at as...
Right.
Or...
But is it... go on.
I'm so sorry. If for example, there's a regime change in the United States and something happens, fucking the son has a solar flare, wipes out the satellites. The GPS goes down, power goes down. We go into martial law. True fascist dictator rises up, and there's on record some kind of anti-American sentiment that you tweeted, and the laws have changed.
Wow.
Then you could easily be dragged out of your house and subject to arrest or execution. So I think one of the looming problems is not going to be that the AI is like, how dare you fucking cracked 7 iPhone screens. It could be that some future regime does a AI search of all the tweets from everyone who tweeted, finds the ones that were anti-American, and then goes to your house and arrests you and puts you into a internment camp where you have to do slave labor. I think that would be something to be more worried about.
Like they use us. So they use us against us.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's just everyone's just assuming, like, when a person puts something out there in the world, they're assuming that the world, the government, the people are going to stay the same, and they don't realize that if you really look at the history of the world, empires collapse and there's chaos, and you just don't really know what could happen. So that's one of the worries.
Yeah,
probably if it gets to the point where an AI is advanced enough that it wants to attack humans for abusing cell phones, more than likely something far more explosive has happened.
Yeah, they'll have a full call log to look at. They'll be able to use our own, that they've been recording this stuff the whole time. We use them to record the stuff, and then they played it back to us and showed us who we were.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's fucking crazy, man. So that basically technology becomes like the new mirror. It's almost like a piece of glass.
Right. Yeah, exactly, man. And it's like, this is the other hilarious thing to me. Like, you know, I just did this drunk. Oh, I'm probably not allowed to talk about it. Fuck.
You were on Drunk History.
Yeah, but it was this. I guess I can't talk about the story. I don't want to talk about the story too much. But essentially, like, people realized at one point that the FBI was illegally surveilling everybody, and it was shocking because people didn't.
I think that was yesterday, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, but now we're used to it. There was a time when people didn't
know it was happening.
Didn't know that was happening. So people just assume that, like, the mega corporations like Apple and Google aren't reading their emails.
Right.
It's hilarious. Like, people think that, like, and if you will recall, it was a few years ago, the FBI, or I can't remember, the NSA, somebody wanted Apple to decrypt their iPhone of a terrorist. And Apple's like, we're not going to fucking do that. And the FBI was like threatening like legal action to make them do that. And Apple was like, no, you don't understand. If we do that now, it's a slippery slope. It goes on forever. And the government was pressuring them. Then an Apple attorney came out and he said something really weird, which is like, how would you like it if we started saying that the CIA assassinated JFK? And immediately the government backed off of fucking Apple. And I think that was what they were saying is, hey, dum-dums, we have your phones.
Right.
We have your records. We know your texts. We know your dick pics. We have all of it. We've gathered it all. We know you motherfuckers killed JFK. What else do we know? You want to fuck with us? The president is tweeting from a fucking iPhone. Bitch, back the fuck off. Don't fuck with us. We have your shit.
And that's basically electronics saying that via right now still the voice of a human.
Yeah. We think a human. Now, this is where it gets really fucking fascinating, Theo, is that the idea is like Google is working on an AI, DeepMind, and other corporations are working. It's the new weapons race, and because AI is going to be weaponized.
Okay.
So what happens when one of these corporations achieves a sentient AI is there is going to be an exponential increase in the intelligence of the AI that puts whatever corporation first makes it happen way ahead of all other corporations.
It's like Man on the Moon.
Yes. And they're not going to announce it.
It's just going to happen. Can you hear them the whole time in our thing too?
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's okay, you know, it's just fucking bad. What are you going to do about it, man?
Well, it's still a little alarming. It's an office building.
I mean, we're talking about who knows what happened over there, man? Jesus.
But it happened for 40 minutes?
But here's what we don't know. Think about this. While we've been podcasting, there could have, like, maybe there was an alien that landed.
Right.
And they're cheering.
That's true. What if they're enjoying the fucking alien landing and we're
yeah.
the asshole next door? I'm the asshole.
I'm the asshole. I'm fucking, you're gonna get on Danny, Theo. They're fucking over there looking at a goddamn, like, a beautiful mothership has landed.
Or Princess Diana died again.
Yeah, Princess Diana died again.
Meghan Markle.
She, like, Princess Diana somehow gets resurrected and then just has a heart attack. It's like no one.
Dude, somebody said she's gonna be at Coachella. That's what I heard. Dude. Can you fucking believe that?
Dude, I've had the hackiest of jokes. I mean, not even a joke, but just the hackiest thought about Princess Di that I can't get out of my head.
I want to know.
Well, no, it's just because it's like, sometimes it's like simulation theory, the idea that we're living in a simulator.
Oh, yeah.
And like, to me, and like the person who's writing the simulator seems kind of like lazy, or like in a weird way kind of like is doing like dad jokes.
Right.
So like what happened to Princess Di?
Yeah.
What happened to her, Theo?
Princess Di, they said she was running from some people with some photographers, and that the guy was a bad driver, and that she died.
She what?
Car accident. She died.
And what's her name?
Princess Di.
Right. So like if you're writing a screenplay and you're like, I'm going to write about a princess that dies, I call her Princess Di.
Yeah.
It's like so absolutely ridiculously stupid.
Yeah.
That these things, like, you look at that and you're like,
It's how
obvious is that? That's bad writing. It's just ultimately
Bad writing.
It's like the simulator is doing kind of bad, like really, really bad. Like
hacky jokes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the simulator. Yeah. It's like it's like maybe they write for I'm trying to think of a sitcom that would be on.
Big Bang, for sure.
Yeah, maybe Big Bang or Two Broke Girls.
Yeah, it's like the Big Bang, like that, exactly.
Yeah.
Whoever's doing that, maybe they're the ones who have access to the AI. Who knows? And I don't know, but that shit is really odd to me.
Dude, it's so, I mean, it's great to think about, because then you start to, like, you have this conversation, but then you start to see things a little bit like, I don't know about that. Or you start to think a little bit more. Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy they don't teach us how to think better in school when you're kids. Maybe you can't teach a kid that.
How to think better? Well, I mean, it's crazy when you consider, like, we have these beings who are like physical creatures, and they're having to sit in uncomfortable fucking chairs and listen to somebody spew out fake history to them, and all day long.
Yeah.